Hi, my name is Ria from Kokomo, NYC. This is my husband.
Kevoll Graham, and we've been married for about, what, 5 years now?
No,
6?
7.
7, shoot. The restaurant's been open 5 years. Sorry, my apologies. I kind of mix those together all the time.
We have 3 kids. Do you
3.
remember their names?
Yes, Aspen, Autumn, and Ali.
And we currently live in Brooklyn, New York, and I am from Trinidad and Grenada.
And I am from Jamaica, and I represent Brooklyn and the Bronx. Can't forget that.
What do you remember about that moment you realized this might be my person?
I think I knew before you.
You did.
Yeah, I definitely knew before you. And for me, it was just how intellectual she was. And it reminded me of all the things my mother told me I should look for in a woman. And on that first date that we had, that she was 3 hours late to, she asked me questions that I've never been asked before by anybody. So I would spiritual questions, what are my future plans for the next 10, 20 years, how I want to raise my kids. And it was like, this is our first date. Usually you kind of wait to get into it, but she was like, I want to make sure I'm not wasting my time. And I love that. So that's what I remember the most. But I knew right there that she was the one.
And to be very frank, I was in relationships with just horrible men. Like I had very bad taste in men. And I took a year off of dating to really rededicate myself to God and just figure out what was it that I was doing to attract these kind of people in my life. And I didn't set out to actually let it be a year, but it just so happened that after that year took place is when he came into my life, and it was night and day from what I was used to. He was just such a good guy, so attentive, so loving, just things that I've never experienced in a relationship. He was more like my dad because I actually grew up with a great father. So why I had a thing for bad boys is beyond me. But yeah, he just reminded me of my dad.
Sweet. I never heard that part before. The dad part. That's sweet.
How do you think your Caribbean upbringing has shaped how you show love to each other?
Oh man, you got it. It's all about respect. In my household, my mother was like, make sure she held the family together. And as I got old, from a young child, just me and my brother and sisters, we respected what role she played in the household. We knew that my father was very strict and stern, but my mother was kind of what held everything together. She was the foundation of the love, the nurturing, everything that was happening, making sure that everything that we needed was done. And I think I kind of took that away when that respect that I had for my mother and just for women. It's the way my mother raised me. A Caribbean, being raised from Caribbean parents is like respect and discipline. You can't really be rude, and it's different than how other countries raise you. And I think that kind of played a lot into the respect I have for Ria, because it's all about making sure that she's good, my kids are good, and I'm always there for them. So that's what my mom did.
And to piggyback off of that, I'll add unity. I feel like that's something that is so huge within the Caribbean community, whether it's coming together for Sunday dinners or just coming together to fet. Like it's all about unity, and we extend our love beyond our actual family. And this just might be a black thing, but we call everybody auntie and everybody uncle. And there's just that mutual respect when we come together. And I feel like that's something that, I don't know, it pours out of us because of how our grandparents raised us to always treat people as though they're
A
your
family,
family
yeah,
once
yeah.
they enter into your presence, not just your physical home.
Tell us the story of when you decided to go into business together.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I was a stay-at-home mom, and I thought that was the dream and the goal until I actually saw what it was like. And I didn't like it at all. It wasn't for me. I knew that I wanted to do more and not just spend all of my time in the house and not fulfilling all of the dreams that I previously had before becoming a mother. But I also knew that I loved being home with my kids. So I had to find that balance. So I set out to do an event space because I'm like, that's the perfect in between. I can go to work whenever an event is booked, and when I'm at home, I can be on my computer and do my thing. And then I found a realtor, and she kept showing us Kokomo time after time after time. I believe it was 3 times that she showed us Kokomo. And on the 3rd time, I was like, all right, this has to be a sign. Why does she keep showing us this particular space? And the deal got even sweeter. She's like, come on, they're almost begging for you to take this space. So I came home to him, and we started just mapping everything out. And it seemed like the stars were aligning for us to do this. I did marketing management for a restaurant. He was a chef, and he also did hospitality for God knows how many years. Not to mention, we always spoke about the void we felt in the Caribbean community when it came to dining out. Everything felt very cookie cutter, and nobody was really trying to step out of the boundaries that we've been put in. And we're like, there's something here. We have the opportunity to lift up the community in a way that we've always wanted to see it lift up. And I'm so happy to say that in 2026, we've been killing it. Like, there's been so many great Caribbean restaurants coming on board that's been elevating the cuisine and showing the world what it really means to be Caribbean. I know there's a lot more work to be done, but I feel like we've taken great steps within the last 5 to 6 years. And that was one of the main reasons why we wanted to do a Caribbean restaurant over anything else.
I was excited because, I'm always happy to do anything with Ria in a partnership. I think we're a great team, and I think when we put ourselves out there together, we're always going to be received well, and it was great for us because I'm like, we get to represent something that's important to us, elevating Caribbean cuisine, elevating how the Caribbean food, the narrative behind that, how it's supposed to be plated, how it's supposed to be, how you pair the food together, the recipes, the spices, and also changing the narrative on what Black entrepreneurship is and how great we can be as a people when we just come together and appreciate the things that we're trying to put out there. And we knew that we were going to do things a little bit differently, and some people might not accept that, but we were excited to do that because that's where the elevation and the growth comes in.
What's one mistake you made early on that almost cost you either the business or the relationship?
Letting too many voices in. When you're first starting out in something that you have some knowledge in, but you feel like you're a little deficient in areas, you tend to look outward instead of inward. And I feel like a lesson that we learned not so quickly is you have all that you need. And a lot of times we seek guidance from people that don't know that much either, but they're great salespeople. And because of that, they sell you the dream and take a heck of a lot of money from you in order to do so. And it was eye-opening quite a few times, especially for Kev, because a lot of the people that we hired, he truly did have it within him already. So I would say listening to self more and being in tune with who you are in partnership with, because you two hold a lot more within you than you realize.
Also, just to add on to that, the time that you put into the process, into the startup or whether the business is, the time that you put into that daily, you have to know to separate and to kind of draw a line to make sure that you're giving this amount of time to work and this amount of time to family. There was definitely a time where I was always at Kokomo all the time, like 24/7, and it definitely took a toll on our relationship. We weren't communicating as much, not because we didn't want to, because we were just on 2 different pages. So definitely just kind of making sure that family is always intact, and I think that's what's most important over the business all the time.
What would you say something that couples who are thinking about going into business together that they should unlearn before making that leap? Something about that they need to unlearn and let go.
I believe, honestly, we as a society need to unlearn perfection. I personally don't think perfection really exists. I think only God is perfect. 9 times out of 10, the people that you actually see making it to the finish line are the ones that didn't need to feel like everything was in a perfect, pretty package in order for them to start. Timing is a lot. in any business. And if you move too slow, you miss your opportunity. So it really behooves us to get rid of this myth of things have to be perfect.
Something you need to unlearn. Yeah, I think I might let Ria run with that one. Yeah.
That's fine. What assumptions do people make about your relationship that are completely false?
I feel like you have the assumptions. You
It's
tell
funny.
me them
So
all the time. Yeah,
I
go
think
ahead.
let's see. I think that sometimes, obviously, my wife is an amazing influencer and content creator, and I think that there's a lot of times people look at the videos, and they may think I'm not, I don't exist. Meanwhile, I'm in the background dealing with the chaos of either getting the video done, or the chaos of just keeping the kids calm, or I'm holding the camera, or I'm holding a light, or I'm cooking the food, or cleaning the area that needs to be cleaned. So I think a lot of times, you know, I mean, and I know everybody knows, people that personally know that I'm a great dad, but I think they think that a lot of times Ria's just by herself with the kids, and that's fine. I don't take it personal. It's just that, when people look at social media and things like that, or, they kind of just believe what they see in that actual moment, and okay, yeah, it's just Ria and the kids. But obviously, I'm a great dad and a great husband, so.
Well, an assumption that I get a lot, and yes, I'm going to put you on the spot, is I married a chef. So it's endless food being cooked for me, and it couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. I probably get a home cooked meal maybe twice a year.
It's funny.
From this here called chef.
You know what's so funny about that? I cooked for you the other day. I went in the kitchen. I was fasting too, and I was like, I'm gonna get in the kitchen. I'm gonna cook, and I made the food, and she didn't even eat it. And I was like, you're not gonna eat this? And then I was so mad. I was tempted to break my fast. I was about to break my fast and eat the food. It's like last week.
But since you're talking about fasting, right? Speaking about the Lord, we will start every year with the family prayer, and I will always have to throw in there, Lord, please let this man cook at least one time a week. That's been a prayer that I'm still waiting for God to answer, okay?
The food's good if she's praying for it, right?
Who is the more relax and go work out, and who is the now we need a plan now? What's
oh
the
my
plan?
God. So what's crazy is I'm both. I'm both of those.
Yeah, it's annoying because sometimes for me, the things I want to take serious, she doesn't take serious. I'm like, do you take anything I'm saying seriously? And then there's other times where she's on me, like, we need this answer and this resolve now. I'm like, you just asked me 2 minutes ago. I need to think. And, so.
So my point of view, right? I am very much the chill, it's going to work itself out. We don't need to worry about it, but what's the plan? It's that simple, but what's the plan? We need a plan. So I'm not going to be frazzled, and I'm not going to get worked up because of whatever is going on, but we need to think logical and strategically and figure out a plan. So I'm both, he's neither.
What? No. I am more chill. No, I'm not. I'm not more chill. So see, your answer, so you're contradicting because I'm not more chill.
I'm saying you're neither.
Because once I think it depends on what we're talking about.
You're not chill, then you don't have a plan.
Oh wow, yo, this is crazy. On the camera, seriously, yo.
I mean, go ahead.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. We love that.
What is something your partner does that you don't say thank you enough for?
Oh man.
I think how great of a dad. No. How great of a dad he is. He's really phenomenal when it comes to being a father, and the amount of weight that he holds on his shoulders, being the man of this household, is he's the Hulk of this house. He drops them off, picks them up, he bathes them, he'll clean. He does so many domesticated things and physical things. He's gonna take the garbage out. He does a lot, and I probably don't say thank you enough, to be honest.
For me, I think there is we always talk about mental health, and I think that we need to worry about the mental health and how we nourish that for our kids and what we feed them and what we pour into them. And I feel like I don't thank Ria enough for the time she takes to have personal conversations with the kids from an early age of 3 and 4 like building up their capacity to understand what life is about, and then just motivate them to be to their best potential. And she has a lot of conversations, and I walk past, I'm like, he's 3. Like, he doesn't understand what she's saying, but then
Yes, he
I've grown to appreciate it, because I feel like we all need to start from early, and we need more mothers and parents and fathers talking to their kids from the ages of 3 and 4 and 5, and kind of like uplifting who they're going to be in this world. So I don't thank her enough for that, but she does it all the time. Every day there's a prayer in the morning, there's a prayer at night. It's a it's an I am thing that you guys do.
And
I am
lesson.
strong, I am brave, I am powerful. And and then they have to thank God for certain things at the end of the night that they want in life, and it's beautiful, and I never thank you enough for that. But it's the right way to raise the kids.
If your partner were a Caribbean dish, what would they be?
A Caribbean? Like what?
Yo, for me, I'm gonna take it back to my childhood, to one of my favorite dishes, and it just resonated with me, and it just came back, and I haven't had it in a long time, and it's stew peas.
That's what I am.
If Ria was a dish, it'd be stew peas, because you can never get enough dumplings, white rice, gravy. You can put carrots in there. I don't want any pigtail though. Don't be mad. Don't be mad at me. I don't want no pigtail. But you could have everything. You have vegetable stew peas. You could put oxtail in there. But the dumplings, you can just never get enough. And I think she'd be stew peas, and I could have stew peas every day. And that's why I'm bringing it back to Ria, because I never get tired of her. So that's it. Stew peas, white rice, dumplings, spinas.
And what I noticed about both of these dishes is that they're very messy. So is that what we're saying about
No,
each other?
they're very fulfilling.
They are fulfilling.
They're very fulfilling.
If you were something on the Kokomo menu, what would you be?
What's your favorite dish on the Kokomo menu?
Oh, this is so hard. I mean, I know all my favorite dishes, but that's not how I would describe you. I need something that has like a balance of multiple flavors, because he's not one-dimensional. He's very multifaceted. So.
Yo, this is hilarious.
I'm
this is
trying to
hilarious.
think.
No, this is a good one.
So I will have to go with the lentil stew then, right? Because it's a very complex man. There's a whole bunch of different things going on that plate. So you have the curry lentils, you have the roti skin, you have the
White rice.
the rice. Yeah,
The
what
butter
else is in
beans.
there? The butter beans. You have a couple of different sauces. You get a little sweet, you get a little
And then
savory.
you add shrimp to it. You could add chicken.
Yeah, and I feel like
salmon.
he's a very layered man, and typically what you see is not what you actually get. And there's so much that's like locked up in him, ready for the world to see, but he's like letting it come through little by little, a little bit of everything, a little bit of everything. This is where I go into mom mode, and like what he would say is embarrass him. But should I?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I'm saying he has so many talents. Like most people don't know this, but he can rap. He can rap really well.
Oh my God.
He's like, somebody put him in a cipher. Like, he could freestyle. He can write. He's really good at writing poetry. He can act. Like, there's so many things that he can do that, so like one dish alone couldn't describe him well. He needs a whole platter of different things.
7 years being married, what's your favorite thing about each other?
Favorite thing, I would say, is how supportive he is. Because I can come to this man with a new idea. He said, every day of the week. And he would be like, all right, let's do it. How are we doing it? How are you making this work? Do you need a ride? Like, he's always down for the cause. And I love that. And it doesn't matter how many times a business that I'm trying to start might fail. Most people don't know this. I have so many failed businesses. It is ridiculous, but I'm someone that never gives up, and I will keep trying until the day that I die. And he will be right alongside me, no matter how much money I done threw down the drain. He'll still be like, all right, what's next?
Yeah, definitely. I'm always going to support her in anything that she inspires herself to do. And I think for me, there's two things that I love the most about Ria. One of them is that no matter what, her beauty always amazes me. Like, it's like the first day I seen her. Anytime she gets her hair done, anytime she just wakes up in the morning, washes her face, makeup, no makeup, I'm just like, yo, girl, you are so pretty. Like, you know, and I just kind of love that all the time. And I just love when she's in her natural self. And, you know, the other thing that I really love is that she pushes me like all the time. She's always trying to push me to do the things that I want to do, but I keep telling myself I don't want to do it, but I know I do want to do it. And, you know, it's kind of like that, having that life coach, and she's my life partner, and she's always motivated and pushing me and saying, "Hey, Kev," she believes in me. She believes in me a lot, and I
Yeah.
think when you have somebody that believes in you, you never let them go. And she'll keep it real too. She'll tell me, "Kev, that's not it." She's not just here for to push me to do something, and she's like, "Nah, Kev, you need to do that over because I know you can do better than that." And that's one of the things I love about her the most. 7 years.
Love and business together feels like.
It feels like a never ending journey that isn't linear. It has plenty twists and turns, but you know that you're always heading towards the destination that you're meant to be at. When you live a blessed life, it comes with challenges, it comes with rewards, it comes with so many things. But I feel like as long as you center God in your walk, you'll always be moving towards your purpose, no matter how things are looking.
Love and business, when you're in a relationship, feels like therapy. I feel like you constantly have to talk your way through everything, and you have to be vulnerable, transparent about what's going on with you, your needs, so that you guys can grow through everything together. Once there's no conversation and no communication, things start to get very chaotic, and the business starts to affect the relationship, and the relationship starts to affect the business negatively, because if we're not good in a couple together, we're not good in business. And if we're not good in business, we bring that home.
Love and business together feels like.
Therapy.
A marathon. Okay.
Yay.
Thank you.
That was good. That was good.